Hi, everybody. Good evening. Happy Friday. Um, it's 6 o'clock. I feel like Big Ben, okay, striking at 6 o'clock. So, welcome. I'm excited to talk to you tonight for a couple of reasons, which I'll get into. But, these Friday night uh, live videos, I don't know that I would want to stop this down the road because first of all, I'm having a ball with them. And I really love the opportunity to uh, welcome guests and other graduates and folks and have conversations with people live to kind of share with our community. So hi everybody. Big Ben. Yes, thank you. Welcome, glad you could make it tonight. Tonight's going to be a little bit different from the last few sessions, and I'll explain how in just a moment. But I wanted tonight to share just a little bit personally because there's so many, obviously there's so many people that I could invite to share with, to talk to get their wisdom, to pick their brains. And I'll continue to do that because I love that. And it makes it, special and interesting for me. And also I'm going to tell you that the feedback that I get is really consistent and incredible. So thank you everybody who's let me know that this makes a difference for you, that you find them valuable, that you wouldn't miss it, that you're here to watch. And there's so many people also who are watching this, not live, like tomorrow or whatever, able to to play it back, which is, wonderful with technology. So I want to introduce you to tonight's special guest, and tonight's special guest is me. So I know that's a little corny, but so I'll tell you why. I wanted to take tonight, this week, this is, week 3,492 in the coronavirus experience in our lives. And, obviously there's been tons of ups and downs, and there's been tons of, challenging moments for everybody. I mean, absolutely every single person I talk to, depends on the moment you catch them. Sometimes they're, running strong, and sometimes they're, up against it and shut down or, separating. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And in the sense that the theme of this week that Stephanie and I created was innovation and legacy. And so I wanted to talk about those two things, because at first it's like, well, how do those words go together? And they really do go together for me. So I wanted to share about that. But I just want to start with the challenge of this time. And for me, I feel like I don't know if it's because there's less distraction right now in life. I don't know if it's because there's so much uncertainty. I'm sure it's all of those things. There's so much uncertainty. I don't know. What the hell is life going to look like 6 months from now? Are we going to open? Are we not going to open? Is there a vaccine? Is there not? Are the kids going to school? Are they not? Should we live here? Should we be somewhere else? Like, it's like and any one of those could be like really big decisions at any other time in life. And they're like all at the same time, coming at the same time. And I don't know how you feel, but I feel like I'm taking a lot of hits right now, and a lot of hits from all different directions, with business, the challenges with, our personal lives and our, I mean, nothing dramatic, nothing terrible, but just like there's a lot of hits coming. And the reason that I wanted to bring this into tonight's conversation is that what keeps me going is the community that we're in. And I'm not, I say that all the time, so I hope it hasn't worn out in your listening, but I mean that sincerely, in the sense that, I don't stop. I mean, I can stop for a minute, and I am absolutely peaceful with that, because I'm not trying to be like some weird person who's like no connection to my humanity. So I do stop, but I have kids, so I don't get to stop for long. Okay, I have a lot of responsibilities in my life and with my family and with Synergy, so I don't stop for long. And I've got a lot of people, friends, slash family who are there for support when I need them, so I don't stop for long. And one of the things that, I was talking to someone the other day, and they were really just pointing out, they were, acknowledging me, but they were pointing out that I've been reaching out more lately, and I've been asking for support in ways I don't normally lately. And I've been sharing what's challenging for me in ways that I don't always do or normally do. And part of what that is giving me is, reconnecting to my own strength. There's the fortitude and strength that I find within myself to keep going and innovating and being creative and coming up with new shit and, leading meetings and leading programs and, thinking about the stuff we're doing with Synergy Business Associates that's totally, revolutionary from anything we've done before. And it's amazing. I mean, there's so many things that we're doing that I could feel really great about, but then there's the personal moments that are challenging. And so I just wanted to really share like my own experience for a couple of minutes tonight, because one of the things I want to remind everyone is that there are a lot of people counting on you and counting on me. And there are a lot of people who need you and who need me. And there are a lot of people who love you and love me. And as a community of people, as a connection of people, as a gathering of people, even in this way, we are there for each other. So I just want to remind us all to be in communication, to share yourself, to, and I don't mean like, wah, wah, wah all day long. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, like, I'm like really screwed up today kind of sharing, and I need you to hear me so that I can let it go and be on the other side. And, and sharing with a real intention to, be authentic and be open and be emotional if that's what's there, and because there's so much bloody uncertainty in our future and in our world. And I know that there are some people who are down, and it's also okay to be down. But I also want you to know that we're there for each other, and let's lift each other up. So when we talked this week about a conversation of innovation and legacy, I meant it in this way, that I feel, and I'll speak for myself, of course, I feel very innovative these days. This experience of the last 3 months has made me feel really innovative, and maybe in some sense it's because I have the opportunity to be, because there's fewer distractions, and I'm not, leading a basic every weekend, and, there's more time. So in that sense, there's the chance for more innovation, but it's also like, wow, we've had to envision what our world would look like different. We really have to contend with that our world, and even if it goes back 100% the way that it was, God, we're not going to unlive this moment. So the innovation is something that I feel is part of my legacy, in the sense that I'm a human being who's willing to be innovative, who's willing to look and to challenge. And I'm not talking just about myself, of course. I mean, we're all that. And my innovation is strengthened by my relationships and connections, because I don't do anything that I do on my own. I hate doing that stuff on my own. I'm collaborating constantly, picking people's brains constantly. If you're like really close to me, you've been subjected to me trying shit out on you. So I don't do anything on my own. I'm like all about partnerships and working together. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that, don't drop that out. Okay. If you're feeling up against it, if you're feeling, separate or whatever, don't stop there. Okay. We have the connection. So I wanted to share that with you. And I feel very grateful and honored for the chance to share like so openly with you. I feel totally that I can do that. And in the sense that I know that I'm not alone in those experiences. So, okay. The other reason that I wanted to have to, just spend tonight for myself is I want to introduce you to something, talk about innovation and legacy, which is brand new. And I've been, of course, working on this for a while, but now it's ready and I can launch it and I can share it with you and you can participate if you want to. And I'm excited about it. It's called the Synergy Legacy Membership. And I want to talk to you about it. It is a membership environment. And I'll tell you where it began, though. It began in one of my conversations with someone close, and we were talking about, there was a quote that went out this week that Stephanie put out. I can't remember it offhand, but, when you think you've done enough, give more, love more, contribute more. And I love that because it's a constant challenge for me. It doesn't invalidate all I'm doing, but it points my eye in like, is there more that I could be doing? And so I was having this great conversation and we were talking about, is there something else we could do to create a win-win within our community? So every week I'm asking myself a version of this. So we created, we've launched this basic refresher online. We've launched the advanced course refresher online. Jen did extraordinary with the money mindset and the advanced money mindset. We're getting ready to launch a couple of new virtual programs that are going to happen in June, which I'm excited about. And so one of the things was, how do we create a win-win even more within our community? So this membership idea came up. And, so let me see if I can do this technologically. Okay. This was the plan. Let's see. Let's try it out and see if it works. Okay. So I'm going to share with you the website. Okay. So here's the Synergy website. And I hope you could see my screen. And this is when you come into the Synergy Education website, everybody can see that. Everybody's familiar. Oh, look at that handsome guy. Okay, everybody's familiar with that. We've got a new button. So if you haven't been to the website lately, you wouldn't have noticed it. But up here, it's the Legacy Membership button. And I want to show you what's in here very quickly because I'm excited about it and it's brand new and we're launching it tonight. So, Monica says you can't see it. Shit. Okay. So let me close out of that. Never mind. I'll talk to you about it. I don't know what you see, but let me get rid of that. Oh, damn it. You know what I did? It doesn't matter. Let me just talk to you. So on the website, on the top bar, where there's our information and register button, there's a new button in gold called the Legacy Membership. And the Legacy Membership is something you could do monthly, you could do annually, and it opens up a world of a variety of things that, again, in creation and in discussion and in collaboration, these are the things, some of the things we came up with that people really valued. So, and I'm hoping that you will feel that way. And by no means is this comprehensive. So we're going to add as time goes along. But the Legacy Membership, I just want to tell you that if I can read a little bit from this, it provides you with discounts to some of the programs. So for example, all the online content we're doing now, and we're continuing to add to it, becoming a Legacy member, you'll get a discount to participate in any of those. You'll also get a discount. You'll get a half price Synergy Basic registration once a quarter that you can use for anyone. So I'll tell you about those benefits in just a moment, but it's really about the chance to at least everything that I could think of and we could think of to offer to you guys, our graduates, from our point of view. I can't offer you my home, I can't offer you, but these are things that I can offer you that you're participating in anyway, and hopefully you'll find worthwhile and valuable. So for example, things like the basic registration, we're going to offer one-on-one coaching at a greatly reduced price. So if you want to take on one of our master coaches to work on something specific in your life, you could do it at a really reduced price. They seem to giggle at this one, but I thought it was corny. But when you come to a basic graduation, when once again that happens, for anybody you got in the basic, you get a free rose. Okay, so that's part of your membership. And then also we're creating a database of graduates who have businesses that are going to offer discounts to Legacy members. So that if you are part of the legacy membership, then we'll put you in part of that pool of conversation so that you can also partake in discounts from our graduates who are running all sorts of different kinds of businesses. So that's one part. So there's the member benefits of it. The other part, which is kind of where it started, is we're creating a whole bunch of online material. So we call that the Synergy Academy. And you can go in and you can watch these videos whenever you want to, on demand. So and they're really videos of distinctions, at least. So what we've got so far is the videos we haven't uploaded yet, but by the end of Sunday night, these videos will all be on the website. So if you become a member as of Sunday night, you'll be able to go into the Synergy Academy portion of that member section, and you can watch any of these videos as many times as you like. You can wake up in the middle of the night and, feeling down or discouraged, and you can go in and watch something and, pick up your sense of purpose and pace and vision. So, and so far we've come up with 5 videos. Each one is a distinct conversation, a distinct distinction. Okay, so something you're familiar with. So for example, there's above the line and below the line is in there. And again, I know you know that, but it's how do you bring it vivid again? And one of the things with the Synergy Academy is, even though you remember these distinctions like being on the ice or be, do, have, or your contract, all of those sorts of things, it's easy for them to become a memory rather than to be lived vividly right now. And I think this is part of what the win-win for me is that we need those conversations right now. Like the basic refresher that we just had this week and the advanced course, they're so rich. They're so delicious. They bring people back to life and in the things that they want to create. And we get to dust ourselves off a bit. So the Synergy Academy is really in the chance to, to bring yourself back to life with some of those conversations. So the only other thing, so please take a look at it. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'm really excited to launch it, and it's going to become, whether we're virtual or not, or coronavirus or not, 1 year, 2 years from now, this is going to be an ongoing place that we will continue to invest and innovate and create things of our own legacy to share together in that section of the legacy membership. So the last thing that I want to tell everybody about tonight is just very briefly, did I keep putting it in and then hiding it? Okay. There's a new advanced course refresher coming in the month of June. And for those of you who didn't do it, it was amazing and hugely well received. So it brought people, reconnected people, brought them back to life around, living as your contract, being purposeful, living inside of your vision, and being in action urgently around it. So if you're needing to, kick your own butt right now or get reconnected to urgency, I highly recommend that. We have a brand new 2-night workshop that Dr. Nydia Carrero and Samira Duja they've created it, then they're going to be leading it, and it's called Living with Vitality. And so it's going to be a 2-evening conversation really about being reconnected, re-energized with your own sense of vitality right now. So it's a conversation of your energy. It's not diet, it's not exercise. I mean, of course, that's always a conversation with health and vitality, but it's really an energetic conversation. So everybody should, read that. That's on the website under additional programs, and take a look at that. And then also in the month of June, which I'll tell you more about next week, Fran and Michal are putting the finishing touches on a workshop around relationships and context. So context is such a deep and rich conversation. And what is your context in relationships? Why do we choose the people we choose? And why do they choose us? And funny enough, sometimes that context thing plays a role. So it's going to be a deeper inquiry into your context around relationships, which I can't wait for that. So those things are happening. And again, we continue to innovate. We continue to come up with new ideas and put it out there to the community. And I have to say, I'm really proud that everything we've been doing has been really trumpeted. Everything we've been doing has been really well received, and people are giving us rave reviews. And it's not about, that. It's really about, I feel great. We're giving real quality right now, which I'm thrilled about. So Stephanie Mazel Blackman put the link on the chat area for the Synergy Legacy membership. So do take a look at that. And if you've got any questions, let me know. So thank you, everybody, for, listening tonight and being a part of our community, being a part of the legacy that we're creating together. We think often as legacy as like a personal thing, and there is that, of course, but there's also the legacy that we're leaving as a community. And, I'm going to be also like, let's get everybody on the planet we can into the Synergy community. Let's share about the basic. Let's enroll people in the basic. Let's join arms with people and lift each other up during this challenging time. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for being in my life. And I love you, and have a beautiful week. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see everybody very soon. Take care.